Good afternoon, parents, teachers, advisors, and not to forget, my beloved students. My name is Kevin, and I'm from grade 12 Robert Gold class. Right now, I'm going to explain to you about, I'm going to present to you about my PDP research with the theme health and also the research question, how is the effect of exercise among people, as shown by the title behind me. I would like to explain to you the purpose of this research, which is to find out deeper regarding people's frequency on their daily exercise. In other words, I want to know more about whether they often or rarely exercise. Now, moving on to the research background, nowadays there are a lot of people who like to exercise. They often went to a gym in order to train their bodies so that it can produce a lot of muscle and thus may stay fit. However, there are also some people who lack exercise, means to say that there's a chance that they'll experience a serious overweight disease known as obesity. Here's a graph showing the total number of people experiencing obesity within 1999 until 2018. According to the slide graph, 30.5% of people have experienced obesity in 1999. But then, it gradually increases to 32.2% of people in 2003, until finally, 42.4% of people have experienced obesity in 2017. But luckily, within the same time interval, there are only a few people who experience severe obesity, means to say that the trend does not increase as much as the normal obesity ones. Therefore, what can we do to overcome this serious problem? Just like what most people do for a living, which is we as healthy people need to exercise more. Not only to exercise, but also to eat more healthy foods and balance your diet. Good examples of healthy foods include fruits and vegetables, grains, meats, fats, and also milk. And I'm sure by eating all those kinds of foods that it will also make your body stay healthy. Now, for the literature, let us first discuss about the consequences of obesity. Now, what are the consequences of obesity? One of them includes cardiovascular disease, which is a combination of disease that include cerebrovascular, and then there's coronary heart, and also some other conditions. Other factors included musculoskeletal disorders, cancers, and also diabetes, including type 2. Now, before we move on to the method and procedures, I want to show you a table which is all about the classifications of the levels of obesity. So the table behind me here shows that obesity is classified into 4 levels. And the ranges of BMIs are also been classified. So according to this table, if your BMI is around 18.5 and 24.99, then you're still safe in the healthy weight level. However, as you move down the table, if your BMI is greater than 25, then you're one step closer to obesity as you've entered the overweight level. I hope everyone's BMI here doesn't exceed 25, right? Okay, so if your BMI is greater than 30, then you're finally entering the serious level, which is obesity. And this obesity will become more and more severe if your BMI is greater than 40. It means to say that you're now entering the red zone, which is the severe obesity level. So here, let me emphasize to all of you to try your best to control your BMIs in order so that it may not exceed 25. And thus, your body may forever stay in the green zone, which is the healthy weight level. Okay, so now let us move on to the methods and procedures that I followed during my research. So here in this research, I'm after a quantitative method where I use both Google Form and Zoom to collect all my data. Let us first discuss about my Google form, which is a questionnaire that I have spread to all my respondents, 60 in total. This questionnaire consists of 6 sections. with the first section as the introduction, which asks about the respondents' names, ages, body weights, and body heights. The second section is about the respondents' frequency of exercising. The third section is about the respondent's opinion related to exercise. The fourth section is about the type of training that the respondents mostly do, and also where they find challenges or not in their daily exercise. Next, the fifth section is asking about the places that our respondents prefer while doing their exercise. And finally, the sixth, which is the last section, is asking about whether my respondents ever participate or maybe never in a competition related to the daily exercise. Now for my Zoom, I use it to interview two experts. They are Mr. Hassan Mutagalu and Ms. Iniani Gutralan. Both of them work as senior high teachers at our beloved school, Mawar Sharon Christian School. I asked both of my experts 10 questions in total. And for most of the questions, I take it from the questioner's questions. Now let's move on to the analysis of the data section, which is taken from questions 4 until 5 from the second section, which is about how long and how often do my respondents exercise. Now the relationship between both my analysis and literature here is that, just like what I explained in my introduction, relates to one of the causes of obesity, which is lack of exercise. Not only that, but also in the literature, I've explained the consequences of obesity, where one of them includes cardiovascular disease. Now, according to the analysis shown by these two pie charts here, it shows that chart 1, most of my respondents exercise for 30 until 60 minutes per day. However, the second chart shows that they only exercise for 2 until 3 days in a week, which can be a threat to the increase of obesity. It means to say that they are likely to experience obesity in the future. So here, let me summarize that even though you exercise for 30 until 60 minutes, however, if you just exercise for 2 until 3 days a week, then you're more threatened to experience obesity in the future. There's a saying that says, no pain, no gain, which in this case, it means that if you lack of exercise, then that means no pain. Then your body will not gain enough healthiness and fitness. So therefore, let me emphasize to you once again to exercise at least for 30 until 60 minutes every day in order so that your body can stay healthy and fit. So that's all from me. Thank you for listening to my presentation and God bless you.